Elytras are one of the most useful items in all of Minecraft, and I'm about to break them. But before I start testing, I need to actually get an Elytra. How do you get an Elytra, you ask? Probably not, since Elytras have been in the game for like 10 years, but I'll tell you anyway. First, you need to beat the game. Then go to an end city, and then you can finally collect an Elytra. Or you could just use creative mode. I'm going to be trying 3 different methods to see how far I can push an Elytra's speed, convenience, and enjoyability, since those are like the main reasons people use Elytras in the first place. Let's just fly without any fireworks and just see like the limits of it. Kind of terrible. Ooh, it goes pretty fast when you look down a little. All right, let's give myself some fireworks. Ooh, I'm curious what this is. Gotta be careful so I don't die. Oh, that's nothing. Boring. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's just another cave entry. I see anything, I just want to dart to it like a toddler. We're almost out of fireworks, and then when I run out, then we'll see the distance I traveled from the original tree. However, I already have a few notes. Using Elytras, it's very boring. Right, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we are officially at 0. And now we just have to wait till I fall, and that will be the distance that we traveled. And it's looking like around maybe 5,000 blocks, and there we go. We just hit the water. I would have traveled around 500 blocks. However, it's time for the unfortunate real test to see how far I can go until the Elytra breaks. Oh, it looks like it already went halfway, so maybe around 5,000 blocks. However, I am almost positive someone already did the math. I think it'd be easier if I started at 0, 0. It would just be a lot easier to calculate. I'm just gonna give myself like an eternity amount of fireworks. All right. And now it's time to test again. Oh, that's crazy. We're already traveling a lot. Oh, and it's so much easier to calculate too. I don't even think I'll have to look it up with the distance calculator anymore. I can just see it from here. So unfortunately, I'm going to be doing this until the Elytra breaks, which will be assumably a really long time. Somehow the Elytra has not broken yet, even though it has been about another 5,000 blocks. Oh, and it just broke right now. That'd be around 11,000 blocks. Maybe that's an average amount. I'm not too sure. I don't actually play Minecraft that much. I would love if someone would just make Minecraft Elytras so much more interesting and fun. Okay, so unfortunately I had to downgrade from 1.20 to 1.8, so I lost flashback. But now we have a lot more cool Elytra mods, which would make flying Elytras so much more fun and interesting. So yay, yippee, yeah. I'm gonna turn up the quality since it's a little terrible. Oh, that like didn't do anything. You'll have to see it. Let's get an Elytra. Now we can see how long the Elytra would be able to fly. Now we know that the average amount you'd be able to fly with an Elytra would be 7 minutes, 11 seconds. So here's, oh, that's trippy. Oh, I'm not too sure I like that. Oh my god. I can't tell if I'm actually like changing directions or not, or if it's just a mod changing it. So 0, 0 was on a mountain, so I kept teleporting into the void. Now that we are at 0, 0, we're gonna go all the way up to around 39. And now let's see how long it takes to break this Elytra. So already what I'm noticing with this is that it's a lot more interesting. Maybe I could have applied a few more optimization mods so that rendering the chunks wouldn't be this annoying. However, the main thing that I'm noticing with this mod is that that's a lot cool. Whoa, oh bro, I don't even know where I'm flying anymore. It's a lot harder to actually like spin, but you know, it's a lot more interesting. Main thing, I am very dizzy. I'm collecting all my stuff again. We can see that I only lost basically a minute. That is an incredible amount of light that I actually gained. Whoa, look how far I'm going. We've already passed like 1,000 blocks for how long an elytra would have been able to work like a long time ago. And I'm slowly starting to be able to learn how to actually navigate using the elytra too. I'm not seeing the fireworks thing do the thing anymore. Is it because with this mod, depending on how high you are, it just won't start affecting anything anymore? Because I'm traveling really far with just this unbreaking enchantment. I basically tripled the amount I was able to travel while only using 10 minutes of elytra use. Ooh, it broke! And that is the distance that I traveled. That is insane. That is so much farther than I traveled before. So now we have an entire inventory. Ooh, wow, that's so fricked up. Okay, so we have this launch, which will I have to use on ground to be able to launch myself into the air. We have the standard booster, which basically entirely replaces the regular firework. Then you have the shirt burst, which means you get more speed, but it lasts a lot slower, and a longer duration, which makes it so that it's a lot slower than compared to the other one, but lasts a lot longer. So let's test all of them and see. Launch. This doesn't look that great, to be honest. Oh, that's cool. So it has a duration. It's not like instant use like fireworks. It might actually be better. However, this launch thing isn't that great. It actually kind of sucks. Yeah, this sucks. What's that forward launcher even supposed to do? It doesn't launch you in the air. Or maybe it's like the way you are looking. Okay, yeah, that was it. So you look up and then it launches you. So let's go back, right? Now that we figured out how that works. So that lifts us in the air. So turning that back on. Let's see how far it'll take us. Wow, is it still working? So that's great, I guess. However, we're not really going for length right now. We're trying to go for speed. Ooh, it eats a lot though. I like how it kind of tells you like how long it's actually working, and you'd click it to turn it on or off. Oh, that's more effective actually. So you'd actually just need to focus on flying and all that stuff. It doesn't last very long though. But now that we know how it works, now we know that this boosts you and you can even stay flying upwards. However, it's just not that fast. And with this one, it's fairly fast, but it's just like you'd much rather use this one if you're going for speed, which is what I'm trying to do. And even then, it is not that fast. So let's see what we can do to fix this. I'll try drifting and all that stuff. Ooh. Speed 5. Does that also increase? Whoops, wrong one. Does that increase the speed we go? Oh, looks like it does. So that takes us around 55 blocks without using anything else. We just add true. You can see that that doesn't do anything. So let's see how it is when I'm just regularly walking. Is it faster? Okay, yeah, it is so much better to just walk it at this point. You would think it would affect it like flying too, which is kind of a bummer that it doesn't. Even though that there's no actual way for speed to directly affect the way that you can fly, there's still another way that we can increase the speed at which we fly, which is kind of a cheap way, but you know, if it's not letting me, then we have to take matters into our own hands. I figured out that adding this attribute mod stacked with the effect give moukzu underscore speed to 50 makes you go like 8,000 blocks a second. However, when you try to fly with it, you don't actually fly that fast. You fly about as fast as you normally would with this. So thankfully, I finally found another solution. Then we can actually start speed blitzing, because if you'd want to just teleport when you're trying to get out of the situation, you might as well just walk. Okay, I have an idea. Movement speed, pace, set. Let 100 do. Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess. It doesn't like it. That's something I want to try. What if you were to run while doing it and then fly while doing it? Okay, there we go. Using a bug, we're flying currently, and then we've reached like 40 blocks. We got massive air time. So if we were to regularly fly, right? pretty sure we're flying. Yeah, okay. So it finally worked. We flew like 1,300 blocks in a second, and that is without any other fireworks. Let's add a good amount of each actually, and then just see how fast we can go now. So spamming it does kind of increase it a little bit, but it'd be better if you just like tried to do it again, because that 13,000 was actually crazy fast. Even this is still really fast. I can't even see the ground. How high up are we? It's not even registering. I clicked F3. We are 1,000 blocks in the air. So let's do that again. And let's increase the attribute thing. Let's see. It accepted that? I'm scared. 5,000 blocks. So it went right back to like 300, and it seems like it's gonna keep going down until we hit 55 again. Ooh, are we under the void? We teleported in the ground before we took fall damage. And look at that, we traveled that same amount of distance like instantly. So can we increase the attribute even more? More? Is there a limit? Okay, that hit 1,000. So we did the speed thing. We tested. So increase that attribute a thing as much as I can. Oh no. I'm pretty sure I'm still going. Can I do more? I think I finally reached the limit. I think that is the actual fastest that anyone can go in Minecraft. Before, that was how far we're going. It was just a nice exponent of 16 to the power of 16. Now it's at the power of 194. Let's see how fast we go then. Like 1,300 blocks. Okay, yeah. 15,000 blocks. Okay, yeah, and that's the speed we were looking for. Now we're out. Yeah, a nice, cool 1,000 blocks per second. So let's test this way to make Minecraft more fun. Yeah, let's click this. Now just let me go. And it looks like that it's not allowing me to edit the world. I'd like to be able to type commands, add my sneaky commands into this map. Since it's not allowing me to edit it, another trick that'll let me add commands into this world. So if you open it to land, then add cheats on, then start the world. Now I can go into creative. Now we can go back into adventure after we add my speed effect to this. Oh no, maybe this actually wasn't a good idea. Yap fest. I didn't pay attention to what she had to say, so I actually don't know how to progress this. I'm right back at the start somehow. Probably up here is how we get through this. Wake up, bozo. Can I not skip this? I don't want to do this. I just want to fly and freaking mess up this mod. I just realized I can't even like leave now. The thing's locked. Can I increase the tick speed to make this speed up? Oh my gosh. I actually cannot do this. I actually can't do this. Please don't make me do this. Please, 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 please. Let me go. Let me go. I can't do this. I actually can't do this. Let me out, please. Please let me out. Just let me out. Just let me out. Just let me out. Please don't. Please. Oh my gosh, it's teleporting me back in here. I'm back in the freaking building again. Yay. I look dumb as frick with this on. Okay, can we go now? Might actually just break this wall if they don't let me go. Let's go, finally. It looks like this is it, which means now I can actually do the effect thing. Speed, and now let's do the allocate thing. Attribute, I mean. Let's just do 5 since I'm already really fast. And that doesn't really do anything. Okay, awesome. All that time, and I'm still going the average amount of speed when you're using the Elytra. The turning thing's fun though, I guess. Ooh, maybe I can like spawn in some fireworks. Ow. Brother.